In the 1860s, the Republicans ruled the North and the Democrats ruled the South. The North wanted a larger federal government to help fund railroads, universities, and most importantly, they wanted to abolish slavery. It feels like we're talking in an alternative universe when we think about the Republicans wanting a larger form of government. But it really wasn't until 1933 when they started thinking differently. At this time, Franklin Roosevelt was elected president, and he promised welfare programs and financial institution regulations after the Great Depression. This was a time when not a lot of people had a lot of money, and so people loved the idea of a larger form of government. Back then, the Republican Party was a new concept and was a variation off the previous Whig Party. We vote today off of two parties that have changed dramatically throughout the year, but they do still share their same original concepts. It's just you really have to understand that a larger federal government back then means something completely different now. Back then, Democrats wanted slaves because cotton was a very valuable asset, and because of slaves, it was produced very fast in large amounts. Republicans saw slaves as potential employees and taxpayers and saw a large federal government being able to protect them. During segregation times, Democrats wanted a more reliable source of government that could help out with small businesses and could help out with laws being broken and businesses were able to have authority over people breaking their rules. They wanted business regulations that customers and people had to follow. But what they thought was business regulations, we know today as slavery. The two parties have changed a lot, but in today's world, we look at Democrats as people that want more government support and they want to tax the wealthier people. And Republicans today want more people to get up and do jobs and want fewer regulations. Because of slavery and because of mass production, a lot of people were benefiting from slaves being able to be owned by people. Republicans wanted more workers, more employees, but at the time saw fear that their employees and their customers would be killed by their previous owners. That is why they wanted large federal governments to protect the rights of African Americans. Because of this party, we now have what politics is today. And it all was because of some really tall guy in a really nice hat.